This is a bookable summary of the book, Smart Women Finish Rich by David Bach. Have you ever asked yourself, what's in it for me when it comes to money? Well, for too long, women have been getting the short end of the stick. Lower pay, more time out of the workforce, and longer lives that need larger retirement savings all lead to a sad reality. Women are more likely to be impoverished in old age than men. But don't worry, we're not here to depress you. We're here to motivate you to plan for a comfortable retirement and discover how to fund your lifelong dreams. Unfortunately, women are often not taught the rules of the money game and invest at far lower rates than men, which can make achieving financial security seem like an impossible task. But with author David Bach's classic financial roadmap, you can learn how to handle your expenses confidently and finish rich too. Financial security and personal wealth can be achieved with smart habits and the right goals, even if you're living paycheck to paycheck. So, if you're ready to take control of your financial future and fund your dreams, then stick around and let's get started. The myth of income and wealth. Have you ever heard the phrase, knowledge is power? Well, knowledge can indeed be powerful, but it's what you do with that knowledge that counts. When it comes to money, there are lots of myths out there that can make it hard to take action and make good decisions. One of the biggest myths is that wealth depends on income. You might be thinking, what? Of course, the more money you make, the richer you are. But actually, it's not that simple. Let's look at some numbers. If you make $2,000 a month over a 40-year career, you'll earn $960,000 in total. If you make $5,000 a month, you'll earn $2.4 million. But here's the kick. A lot of people don't have much saved for retirement, even if they're making good money. A Go Banking Rates report found that 42% of U.S. adults have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. The real problem isn't necessarily a lack of money, it's how people handle their money. You could make millions of dollars, but if you spend just as much or more, you won't ever build real wealth. Take MC Hammer, for example. He was one of the highest paid performers in the world in the 90s, making $35 million in 1 year alone. But because of his lavish spending habits, he ended up filing for bankruptcy just a few years later. So, what's the solution? Well, you don't necessarily need to make more money to become wealthy. It's more about managing your money wisely and making sure you're saving and investing enough. In later sections, we'll go into more detail about how to do that. But for now, just remember that building wealth is possible with the income you already have. Purpose-focused financial planning. The author of this article asks people at his seminars to consider the question, what's important about money to you? It might seem like a simple question, but it can be hard to answer at first. People often say things like freedom, security, or happiness. But then the author encourages people to dig deeper and ask, what's important about X to me, where X is their last answer. For example, if someone said security was important to them, they might ask themselves, what's important about security to me? This might sound like a lot of work, but it's really important. Knowing your underlying values can help you create a financial plan that makes sense for you and makes it easier to stick to the plan. When you understand what's driving you financially, it's easier to resist temptations that don't align with your values. The article gives an example of a woman named Helen who said security was important to her. But when she dug deeper and asked herself why, she realized that what she wanted was to enjoy life with her family. So take a few minutes to think about what's important to you when it comes to money. It might not be easy to answer, but it's worth it. When you know your values, you can make smarter financial decisions and feel more confident about your financial future. The importance of knowing your financial position. Do you know your current financial position? Many people tackle their finances without first identifying where they stand, which can lead to mistakes and missed opportunities. Smart women understand that taking control of their financial future starts with getting organized. To get started, set up physical or digital folders for important financial areas like tax returns, retirement accounts, investment accounts, and household accounts. Over time, fill them with corresponding bills and statements to create a clear and comprehensive picture of your finances. With this organizational system in place, you're one step closer to finishing rich. Paying yourself first and finding your latte factor. If you're finding this video to be enjoyable, show your support by liking it and subscribing to my channel for even more fantastic content. Your encouragement means everything to me and drives me to keep creating videos for you. Want to build lasting wealth? It's not about having a fat paycheck, but rather how much of that paycheck you keep. Experts agree that pre-tax investing is the quickest way to build wealth, and women should aim to save an additional 2% of their earnings for retirement. Starting with just 1% and gradually increasing your savings can make a big difference. To make room for savings, take a look at your daily expenses and find your Latte factor. Those unnecessary expenses you can easily cut back on. For example, cutting out an $8 coffee and biscuit habit can add up to almost $3,000 a year in savings and investments. So, pay yourself first and find your Latte factor to jump on the fast track to building wealth. 3 baskets for financial eggs. When the author was just 7 years old, he became a stockholder of his favorite restaurant, McDonald's, and bought more shares whenever he could save enough. However, his grandmother's wise advice to diversify his portfolio stuck with him, leading to his advocacy of 3 baskets for financial eggs: security, retirement, and dream baskets. Your security basket should have enough funds to protect you from unexpected financial hardships, depending on your emotional makeup and employment circumstances. Your dream basket should be based on your core values and long-term wishes, and you can start by saving 5% of your after-tax income. For short-term dreams, a money market account can suffice, but a balanced mutual fund is better for mid to long-term horizons. Finally, the author recommends a money market account for your security basket, paying at least a 1% return. Investing in home buying mistakes to avoid. Why learn from your own mistakes when you can learn from others and save yourself unnecessary pain? One of the biggest investing mistakes people make is waiting too long to start, especially when it comes to saving for retirement. Don't be one of the 14% of U.S. adults with nothing saved at all. And if you're thinking of buying a house, don't wait for Mr. or Mrs. Right to come along. Owning a home can make you rich in the long run, while renting just makes someone else rich. Learn from others' mistakes and make smart financial decisions. Teaching kids to finish rich. Financial education is lacking in schools, but you can make a difference by sharing your knowledge with your children in your life. Consider becoming a mentor or providing a weekly allowance to teach valuable lessons about money. Letting kids handle physical money and teaching them about giving to charity and saving for their future can set them up for financial success. The Rockefeller family strategy of giving a weekly allowance and requiring donations and savings can be a great example to follow. Attracting abundance with gratitude. Becoming financially abundant doesn't require a massive income, but it's still a valuable goal. To attract abundance, the author recommends practicing gratitude. Billionaire investor Sir John Templeton once advised that the key to pursuing wealth is to live with an attitude of gratitude. So, as you work towards your financial goals, don't forget to appreciate the journey and those around you. Generosity and positivity will make the journey toward finishing rich all the more rewarding. We hope this video provided valuable insights and information for you. Do you want to build lasting wealth by keeping more of your paycheck and saving an additional 2% of your earnings for retirement? Start by finding your Latte factor, those unnecessary expenses you can easily cut back on, and pay yourself first. Or, do you prefer to focus on pre-tax investing and finding ways to save money in your daily expenses? Let us know in the comments. And if you learned something new in this video, make sure to hit the button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you, and until next time.